Marhaba, ahlo sahlan. Today I have my Hakim that I recently bought from Royal Tiger Imports, and I'm really excited to take it out and shoot it today. I have the upper handguard off right now because I need to start by tuning the gas system. So while I do that, we're gonna have the handguard off. We're just gonna fire one shot at the target. I also need to try and zero it today, but first, let's just see if we hit the target, make sure the round's not keyholing. And first, the gas system is off. So we'll just put one round in, and this should, right now, function like a bolt action. All right, let's try and shoot it. Okay, fired. Let's get that round out. We're gonna get this round out, we're gonna look at the brass and see how it looks. That recoiled very, very light. The first shots I'm using are modern PPU ammo to just see how it performs. But let's go look at the target. I don't like what I see at all. So here you go, we call this a keyhole. You can see that the round went in sideways. What that means is that the rifling did not engage and stabilize the round, and so it turned. Instead of going straight, it turned and went like that. And that is not what you want to see. You want to see a nice round hole. Now, one of the things I did today was I brought out some lighter weight 155 grain Romanian ammo. It's still relatively high quality surplus in that it's not going to like cause the gun to explode or anything. But I wanted to see if these larger 198 grains had a hard time engaging the rifling. Maybe the lighter ammunition would, because it's easier to get that spin on the bullet. So let's try one of those, and I'm gonna also turn the gas system one setting up to see if we can get the cycle. Okay, I turned it on to the first gas setting. I have a lighter weight, about 155 grain Romanian round. We're gonna see if this one can engage that rifling, and we're gonna see if it cycles. All right, well, it definitely cycled. I've heard people say that these things shoot your brass into the next county, so I have no idea if we're gonna be able to find that brass, but let's go look at the target and see if this round keyholed too. Well, here is the Romanian bullet, and that one is keyholing too, so this is kind of disappointing. I was hoping that this rifle wouldn't be doing this, but there's not really that much that I can do about it. I'll see if maybe I can find a gunsmith who can swap out the barrel or do something like that, but yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that these are the results that I got, but you win some, you lose some, especially when you order from Royal Tiger Imports. So I am 8mm Mauser man. I fired a very old, very crusty Hakim, but I lived on. So I was gonna end the video there, but there are two other things that I wanna do. Number one, although this gun is not accurate, it is still safe to shoot, and it's still a semi-auto 8mm. So I have a few more rounds of PPU left. I'm gonna shoot those because they're non-corrosive. I won't have to clean the gun like it's corrosive shooting anyway. So I might as well just have some fun while I have the rifle out here. All right, item number two is, every video I ever see about this gun, people go, Hakim thumb, Hakim thumb, Hakim thumb, don't get Hakim thumb, it hurts. And then in the comments of the video where I was talking about this gun, people went, Hakim thumb, Hakim thumb, Hakim thumb, don't get Hakim thumb, it hurts. And I was always kind of worried about that, having this gun. So I wanted to I was curious. All right, well, I bought the gun, and what I realized is, yes, Hakim thumb would probably make me say some words on YouTube that would get me fired from my job if I got it in a video. However, I think it is much harder to get than people actually act like it is. So currently the bolt is back. It is locked open after firing. And there is a magazine catch that is going to make the magazine lock open on empty. So if I start to bring it forward and bring it back again, it just hits the catch, it doesn't close. Well, the thing is let's say I load a magazine, or a clip in here. I haven't quite figured out how to do that well yet. Okay, I have the clip in there. People might say, well, what if it closes while you're loading it? The thing is it can't unless you send it forward and then send it back. So you'd have to go forward and then back again to actually send it forward, but hit that magazine catch. So I load the rounds in. That's just 4. And then I can get that out and load the other clip in. I'm not going to do that right now, though, because it doesn't go forward until I push it forward to grab the bolt again inside of the dust cover, and then send it back. So it doesn't actually go forward unless you make it go forward. You have to do so intentionally, and as long as you make sure your thumbs are out of the way, you're completely safe. All right, I have 4 shots loaded. Let's shoot at the target. Locked open on empty. The rounds looked exactly like the others. I have 5 more, so let's shoot those real quick too. There we go. Loading that is way safer than I thought it would be, given how much people talked about Hakim thumb. Whoa. The recoil made my magazine fall apart. I think I still have a round in here though. Let's yeah, I still have a round in here. I'm having really bad luck today. So there is a hole in the back of the magazine right here. That hole is where a detent goes that holds the floor plate on, and it looks like a rivet or solder or something came off from under that floor plate, and I cannot for the life of me find that piece. I'll keep looking for a little bit longer, but it seems like the numeric magazine that I bought is not, well, looks like it exploded and lost a part. This rifle made me sad. That's why I'm holding my M16. It's hard to be sad when you're holding an M16. So, let's talk about it. First thing we need to talk about is the barrel. The barrel is completely shot out. I'm keyholing and shooting the group about this big at 25 yards, and that is not what you want to be doing because that is just going to get worse the farther we get out. And you're not really going to do the intended damage when your projectile is sitting sideways. So, this rifle is keyholing really bad. Now, there are, as far as I can tell, 4 different things I can do about that. Number 1 would be to rebarrel it. Numeric gun parts has some replacement barrels. They are used, but it's probably better than this one. So, if I could find a competent gunsmith who feels able to do it, I could get one of their barrels and have them rebarrel it. I would expect that would be about $250. And at that point, I'm at about $800, and that seems like I'm getting really close to I should have just bought a nice Hakim. Option number 2, if I take it to a gunsmith, they should be able to tell me if this is possible to counterbore it. Counterboring is something that is sometimes common in military surplus. Basically, the barrel is reamed backwards from the front end to remove a part of the barrel that is completely shot out or destroyed and be able to re-crown it inside of the barrel while still maintaining the look and standardization of a normal rifle. There are a number of counterbored Mauser Nagants that the Russians did when they refurbished all of them. So it is a common thing, and maybe it's possible with this rifle. I'm honestly not sure. Because of this goofy muzzle device, it's not one that's really easy to remove. It is fixed in place. Option number 3 would be, again, take it to a gunsmith so that he can tell me if this is possible. Now, the rifle has rifling in the first part of the barrel. It is more towards the end of the barrel where the rifling goes away, and that's where it really matters. So I'm wondering if there is enough rifling in the early part of the barrel that we could cut the barrel off early and basically make some sort of Hakim carbine. I think that would be really interesting, and then also I could go through and do some other, modernizations or modifications. Since it's not really that historical at this point anyway, I just thought it would be kind of a cool idea to have like a project gun like that. But definitely that first part I would want a gunsmith to do because I don't really know if I could do it that way at all. But I think it would be really cool to get it checked out, see if a gunsmith could do it, and ideally reattach the muzzle device to the point where the barrel is cut down anyway. So it's just an idea I have. I think a short 8mm Mauser rifle would be kind of cool to have, and if it was a semi-automatic 8mm Mauser rifle, that would be even cooler. Finally, option number 4, I can just try and sell this rifle. I don't think I'd necessarily have a hard time trying to sell it and make my money back. I'm an honest person, so I would be very forthcoming about the fact that it is not accurate. But those are my 4 options. It would be rebarrel it, counterbore it, cut the barrel shorter and modernize it, or sell it. Thing number 2 we need to talk about is the magazine. This is a reproduction magazine from Numeric, and as you could tell in the video, it exploded. Whoa. The channel Guns, Guns, Gear, and Guns with Geary Gunderson sent me a picture of what this is supposed to look like on the inside, and there is a little clip that interfaces with this hole in the back right here, and that is what holds the base plate onto the bottom of the magazine. I guess I could do this with duct tape, but I want to do this the proper way if I am going to keep this rifle. So I'm going to be reaching out to Numeric. I've had good relationships and good conversations with them in the past, so I expect that I will have no problems trying to get this replaced because it seems to be a faulty part as a rivet or something similar came loose. In fact, while I was shooting it, you can see that that piece fell out of the magazine, so I'll include a screenshot of that right here. My last Hakim video basically exploded, so if you watched that one, I want you to know normally I do a video every 2 weeks. However, I wanted to get this shooting segment out as quickly as possible so that you could see the keyholing issue. I didn't want anybody to watch my video think, oh, this rifle is fine, go out and buy it, and then have similar problems to mine with keyholing as soon as I found out that that was going on. So I took it out and shot it, and that is the issue that I am having. Those are the solutions I am planning on finding to the problem, and we will see how that goes in the future. If I end up doing something really cool with this rifle, you'll see another video on that. If I end up just selling it, you probably won't. All of that being said, I am 8mm Mauser Man, and I fired a rusty and crusty Hakim from Ethiopia. But I lived on.
Which proves it's hard to get the best of a man named John.
Big John.